Hey guys, I'm gonna tell you about an experience I had when I was a believer, and this experience opened my eyes. At least it started digging into my curiosities and my research to where it began my path to atheism or agnosticism. I was at work one day and I heard a voice. At least I thought I heard a voice. I thought I heard a voice of God calling me. I was pouring paint into some cans. That's what I did at the time. I worked in a paint shop. And as I was doing this, I heard a voice say mist. So I kind of turned off the machine and I called my boss. He was standing just a few feet away by a noisy machine. And so I said, "Hey," and he looked over and I tell him, "What's up?" He's like, "What's up? You called me." He's like, "No, I didn't call you." I'm like, "All right." So I continue to work again, and I hear the whisper again, mist. But by this time, my boss wasn't even there anymore. He had walked over to the room in the back, so he was now 2 rooms away from where he was prior. So I got up, I stopped the machine because I could have swore I heard my name this time. It was loud and clear. So I went to the office and I was like, "What?" I opened the door. "What's up?" He goes. He said, "What's up?" I'm like, "You called me." He goes. He said, "Bro, I haven't called you." And he was also um, a religious man and went to the same church that I did. So he said, "Hey, if you hear the voice again, tell it speak, because his servant is listening," which is referring to some scripture that we've read in the Bible before. Me and him have studied before. So we kind of laughed about it, and I walked away. I went to do my work. I never heard the whisper again, right? And then one day I was praying. Um, it might have been that same night because I was asking God why didn't He call me the third time? Why did He only call me twice? Missed, missed. But the third time He didn't call me, and I felt like in the Bible He calls His servant twice, and then at the third time He spoke to him. So I felt like that's what was happening to me. But I heard a voice in my head, and the voice said that He didn't call me, because if He would have called me, He would have called me by my God-given name, which was Misael, which is my real name. But that voice, that said missed, sounded exactly like the voice that I hear right now. That's what I thought. It's the same voice. But then I noticed that voice sounds a lot like my voice. So I'm thinking, God's voice and my voice, they sound the same. And then another time I was doing some prayer and I heard something in my head, but it was a very negative message, and I assumed it was from the devil. But that voice also sounded like mine. So it's the first time I started to realize that God's voice, my voice, and the devil's voice was the same voice. See where I'm coming from?